It is that time of the year once again, Art Fight season. In case you're unaware of what Art Fight is, it is a yearly, month-long online event in which artists across the globe draw art of each other's OCs and gift it to each other. The twist on the event is that participants are divided into teams, and when you gift art to someone or attack them, you earn points for your team. At the end of the month of July, whichever team has the most points wins. This will be my third art fight, and I am so excited. But I have to do some stuff first in order to be fully prepared for art fight. So join me as I get myself set up for this coming art fight. First off, let me introduce myself. I'm Mal. I'm currently an animation student and I've been drawing for a while now. So, naturally, when I discovered art fight, I was instantly interested. The fact that I could find cool OCs, draw them, and make people happy was the main selling point for me. I love drawing, so I was all aboard for a month of drawing cool characters. And I also have a lot of OCs, and the prospect of finding people who love their designs enough to draw them was a very appealing bonus. That's how I got into art fight, and the past 2 years I've had a lot of fun interacting with really cool artists. So I'm all geared up for round 3. This year, I'm wanting to update one of my character sheets and add a brand new character. So, let's get to that. First, I'm going to update a character sheet. The character I'm updating is this one named Sephim. They're a little avian child who's also a demigod and a living being of mass destruction. She just wants to live her life in peace, but people aren't making it easy on her. Her previous design is, bad. I'm just gonna say, it's bad. I'm not happy with it today. I mean, it's not terrible, they're cute and all. It's not their fault their design is kinda bad, it's mine. I didn't have a solid idea on her clothing and my overall anatomy was rudimentary. So, for her upgrade, I focused on a stronger anatomical base. The year between these two designs really helped me improve on my anatomy, so I put those skills to use. I did some research on clothing ideas I would like for her culture and decided on Indian clothing for inspiration. I imagine her climate to be quite hot and humid, and I love the flowing and intricate fabric of a lot of Indian clothing. With an idea of what I wanted, I went in to give her some baggy, flowy pants that make it easy to move but stay on while flying. For her top, I went with a light draped fabric, like an utaria, having it cross her body and then tie at her waist to layer on top of the pants. I kept a lot of her elements, moved around some stuff, and the main thing I improved was the color. Poor kid was washed out in the last one. Also, tail. Tail is a different shape, which I find to be a lot more fantastical and expressive. Updating a design can be scary, but for this one there was so much to improve that I was excited to do my child justice. She's an OC I'm really invested in, so this year I wanted to cement her design and her story because she has evolved a lot since last year. I had a lot of fun drawing their character sheet again, and I'm a lot happier with where their design is now. Her silhouette is stronger and the design looks whole instead of a lot of separate pieces glued together. So yeah, she has been updated in Art Fight, and I'm excited to see if anyone loves her design as much as myself. I didn't want to overwhelm myself too much before art fight. It's during art fight where I'm supposed to be overwhelmed anyways. So I just added one new OC. I decided to add another fantastical character named Yoltzin. She's from the same world as Sephim, and Yoltzin will end up adopting this little bird child with her partner. She's half goblin, half elf. So she doesn't really fit into society in that aspect, but honestly she doesn't need anyone's approval. She's a princess after all, and she's scary. Now, a lot of research went into this character's clothing because her culture is inspired by the Mexica culture in pre-colonial Mexico. It was annoying for some reason to find what clothing the Mexica would wear because most articles on this use the word Aztec for them. And when I look up Aztec clothing, I get a bunch of costumes and clothing brands. And when I look up Mexica clothing, it gets autocorrected to Mexican clothing. But I just ignored the brands and costumes and sought out articles by researchers and museums. Eventually, I managed to find some common garments the Mexica would wear, along with some codexes that picture a variety of clothing styles. So, with research done, I went into designing her outfit. I went in with a quilted cotton underarmor called Ishkawi Pili, since she is a skilled fighter. On top, I layered a Keshkemitil, this V-shaped clothing piece with a woven design of thorns and flowers. And after that, I added a long skirt that allows for free movement. This skirt is known as a Kwaitl, and in her case, it is a long piece of fabric that is wrapped around her waist and secured with a woven sash. A fun part about this is the skirt can be pleated in different ways to add variety to her design anytime I want to. To finish up the design, we go with a half top knot, some feathers mimicking that of Quetzal feathers, huaraches, accessories, and a griffin head mounted on her shoulder. The sword was gifted by her elfish father, who comes from a Japanese-inspired culture, so I wanted to add a little bit of that influence on there. While her design took significantly longer than most of my other designs, I find it 1,000 times more rewarding. I feel like I learned a lot about a culture I'm interested in, and I love learning, so honestly this character was an excuse to research Mexica culture, which is still alive to this day actually. I wanted Yoltzin to look really scary, which I think I achieved. I also wanted to give a little glimpse to her softer side in the top right portrait. And colors. I always struggle with colors, but I feel like this design came very naturally for me. I went with purple as a main color because she is royalty, reds to indicate her culture's fierceness, and gold for her kingdom's prosperity. Of course, the colors are also a reflection of her environment, so lots of reds and greens, and of course, the rare purple will be seen in nature in her region. So yeah, this character is done and uploaded to Artfight. Her story and character design are indeed subject to change, but so far I am happy with where her design is. I feel like that is something important I have to remind myself often, that I can always change it later. This saves me from honing in too much and trying to get every part of the character perfect and done. It saves me a lot of headaches. So with that, we have our 2 new character sheets ready for Artfight. Every year I find myself improving so much from last year, and it just gives me this sense that I'm going in the right direction. This year I want to do a bunch of attacks, so hopefully I don't burn out in the middle of it. During creation of this video, the Artfight themes were announced, so now we have to make our little card. This is just a useful way to share around your user, what you do, and your OCs in a quick and concise way. I personally decided to join Team Tragedy for this year. What do we think about having 3 teams this year, huh? We normally only have 2. So the theme is just a way to give the teams a name, and if you want to incorporate your theme into your attacks, you are more than welcome to do so. That concludes my first video. I hope you enjoyed me yapping your ear off about my characters and how I feel about creating character sheets for Artfight. Here's my Artfight user in case a character caught your eye, and I'm excited to see all of the OCs people have created. If you're participating in Artfight or thinking of participating, I wish you luck and I hope you have fun. Just remember to not overwork yourself and to make art for the love of it. That's it for me. See you next time.